Hello, everyone. Welcome to Joe Consume Cinema. I'm your host, most unwanted love triangle ever. And today we have Severance Season 2, Episode 5. So, my immediate question after the aftermath of last episode, did we witness the death of Irving B? Or at some point is he going to be brought back? Melchek publicly fired him, which would suggest the official end of that side of his existence, but you never know. But it is something to consider, like, it's very possible that we witnessed the death of Irving B, in which case he lived his final moments very well. I said it in the previous reaction, but he was the MVP of that episode, 100%. And up to that point, I had been, doubting him very much. He's the one that was probably most critical of after being on the outside, in that I felt he was the least productive. He immediately went to Bert. He wasn't supposed to do that. He wasn't supposed to drive. But last episode, the character really shone, and it was impressive, honestly. The whole situation with Helena, I don't even really have the words for all that happened in that short amount of time. I think she's jealous of the relationship that her innie has with Mark S. and wanted that for herself. That's incredibly messed up. I said it was tantamount to rape, and it absolutely is. It was revealed when Irving was dunking her head over and over again that she's an Egan. I like how he put two and two together there. It was really good reasoning in the moment. And yeah, now we're going to have to deal with the immediate aftermath of all of this. I don't know how the group is going to deal with the knowledge knowing that Heliar's outie self is an Egan. Like, they can't trust her. Heliar might feel a little bit betrayed upon finding out, whenever that happens, that Mark and Helena slept together. It was a weird episode, but a ton happened, and it was damn interesting through and through. They did their whole indoctrination thing, revealing this fourth chapter of the Egan Handbook. I compared it with the New Testament, how the first three chapters were kind of like the Old Testament, and then this fourth chapter, which I'm 100% convinced is the brother-in-law's work. We saw before in the couple episodes back how the brother-in-law was meeting with that PR person from Lumen, and she was talking about how they had to make tweaks to his work so that it could be more palatable to severed people. And really what she's talking about there is putting it in this religious context and framing everything in a way so that it could be used for indoctrination purposes. But yeah, honestly, I just want to get right to the next one. And with that, let's get right to the episode.
Thank you.
This is the export guy, I'm pretty sure. Not showing us his face. He went in the elevator that goes down. Couldn't get a good look of his face. His voice sort of sounded a little bit familiar.
Fuck. Well, that was the old burning shit into your eyeballs thing.
I still can't get it to last long enough.
What the hell is that?
I can't keep coming in and out.
Think they're watching us?
It depends on how dumb you played it.
I haven't remembered anything else.
Well, maybe your innie has.
So it's not immediate. It's like recovering a lost memory, or like someone with amnesia recovering lost memories. It takes time and it's like a gradual process. But at some point, everything might come flooding back to him.
What's he at? 78%?
81.
They're fucking animals. I'll just fake it again.
We can't take that chance.
We need to clean this up. Milchik's many errors this weekend have forced our hand.
Mark S. won't work without her.
Good morning, Heliar.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Miss Swung.
What the hell?
Hey, is she?
Her innie.
I need to know what's going on.
Where's Irving?
And why was he trying to drown me?
Because you're a fucking Egan.
Was she spying on us?
Wait. Are you saying that she was down here? As me?
Maybe she still is.
Hey, I repeat myself. Where is Irving?
Yeah, where is he?
Helena Egan, in her executive capacity, was conducting valuable research.
By stealing my fucking body?
Our only option was permanent dismissal.
So he is dead.
She doesn't have the right to take my identity.
The King of Sweden himself was known to go incognito amongst his people in the hopes of learning their true grievances. Miss Egan was carrying on this noble tradition.
It smells like horse shit.
You fucking murderers.
You can't do this to people.
This went well.
No, it didn't. They're not going to do any work. Not after all this shit. They said they're at 81% for whatever this cold mountain bullshit is. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Hall passes will still be available.
Let us have a funeral. Irving is a person and he's gone. We'd like to have a funeral.
Yeah.
I'll see if we can pull something together.
Are Are you okay?
No, not really.
You couldn't tell that she wasn't me?
Obviously not. Like you. Or you're like her. I don't know. I don't know who you are, I guess.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
It's not my fault that my Audi hijacked me.
Yeah, no, totally. I get it. It sucks.
What happened to you up there?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Nope.
Do you want to hear what happened to me?
No, I don't. And let's just try to forget it. Okay?
Oh, God.
You shouldn't let them have a funeral. It makes them feel like people. Your first performance review is today, right?
Today we honor Irving B.
For the least fun guy in the world, he was really fun.
Hmm.
He put the dick in contradiction. He asked me for help with something near the end, and I didn't listen. He was awesome, and I miss him.
You may now briefly partake in Irving's fruit head, whose dark hair is courtesy of the Black Beauty watermelon.
Oh, God. These two don't like each other.
You're not staying?
I gotta get to work, but great ceremony, guys. I mean, isn't it kind of over?
Mark,
Just let him go.
What?
Irving was your friend, and he's dead. Why don't you give a shit?
Because he's not dead, he's just not here.
You tell her Miss Casey's your wife yet?
Wait, what? Mark, what the hell? Why won't you talk to me?
What do you want to talk about, Helly?
I don't know, maybe the fact that Miss Casey's your Audie's wife? What are we gonna do?
No, we're not going to do anything.
Not gonna do anything. Seriously?
Yes, seriously.
We'll figure this out.
Will, there's no we, Helly. Doesn't matter.
Why?
Because they are smarter than us. They know everything. Looking for Ms. Casey, us wandering around, meeting other departments, mapping the floor, all of it because Helena told them everything we're doing.
That wasn't me. Mark, look, I'm not her. I'm not. I'm me.
And how do I know that?
You don't. You just have to trust me. Not everything here is a lie. And stop being a fucking asshole.
The paintings, I am grateful for them. I was just wondering if you could share with me a little how you felt when you received.
Mr. Drummond's waiting.
He thought it was a racist gift. They gave him images of Kier, but black, because he's black. It was racist as fuck, honestly. Hang in there. Is that a cryptic message about that stupid poster? Is there something behind it? There you go. Okay, he's got a mission.
We'll be conducting your monthly performance review. Uses too many big words.
Well, perchance I may colloquially employ.
Anti-deflections will be heard after the lunch break. On several of your daily logs, the paperclip was installed back to front. Led to a confusion as to where in the document to begin reading.
What?
You brought in a new refining team for Mark S, which failed to coalesce. You instituted kindness reforms.
Because I'm not Harmony Cobell.
It seemed to have in no way deterred curiosity or idling by the team. You arranged an outdoor retreat and team-building occurrence at great risk and harm to the Egan name. Remember these severed workers' greater purpose.
I see you left work 6 minutes early.
Did Miss Wong take notes? I can't wait to read her article about it in that newspaper you showed me. The Bullshit Gazette.
Hopefully now we can put all this grief and tumult behind us.
Whatever you say, Mr. Milchick. Praise Cure.
Did you and Heliar catch up? Did you tell her that you fucked her Audi at the Orpo?
Goddamn.
Helena Egan, leader in waiting of this company.
Pleasantly surprised, I noticed that not a single worker had a watch.
Babe, it's the literal opposite of what you were saying before.
I am just trying to speak their language.
I know, but this sounds like Lumen's language.
Yeah, it is.
Lumen hurts people, you know that. And if you want to water down your work so they can use it for their fucking propaganda, then you're hurting people too.
This is a fiscal and creative opportunity unlike any I have yet seen.
Irving is still up to something. He may never go back to Lumen, but it's not over for him. Here we are with the weird phone calls, too. Maybe we'll actually get to hear what he says this time.
It's me again. They fired me. I think they knew what my Innie was up to. I'm telling you to...
There's Bert again.
Hey! Why are you following me? I got this thing. When somebody shows up on my doorstep screaming my name, I want to know why. You're with Lumen. It wasn't you at all, was it? You're severed. They said my Innie had an unsanctioned erotic entanglement with another worker. Then you show up at my door. Might be nice if you come over. We could sit down, talk through it all.
This feels like a trap.
Who's in there?
They know people at the morgue. On the payroll, like everywhere else in Kier. You feel all right?
Basically. Are we gonna...
One more day. There's risk. It's not an exact science, Mark.
Are they hurting her?
I don't know.
Your Audi can parallel park.
Here we go.
Your Audi prefers 2 scoops of ice cream in a serving. Your Audi is going to be...
Okay, took some time just to gather my thoughts. Another really good episode. So, Ragabe has been staying with Mark. He has something in his fridge, these small little vials of something that he's taking each morning. I couldn't tell what it is, but it's grossing Mark out, but apparently he has to take it, I'm guessing, as part of his recovery. Throughout the episode, he had a small cough, and at the very end of the episode, he had a flashback, you know, kind of the merging of the memories, where he was face-to-face with his wife during that wellness session. So it was revealed that the way this reintegration process works is they don't just automatically get everything back immediately. It's kind of like a person that's dealing with amnesia after like head trauma or something like that. You show them things that should evoke memories in them, and this triggers, you know, an epiphany. It all comes rushing back often, but it usually takes a long time, and it's like a slow, gradual process. We got a little bit of Mark regaining some of that memory at the very end of the episode, but I think it's going to take more time. I'm not convinced that that cough is nothing. Hopefully it doesn't turn into anything serious, but Ragabe talked about there could be side effects. She wants to take her time with it. It was very interesting having the team, you know, back together, except for Irving. Mark is very cold and distant with Helly. He just can't trust that he's talking with Helly and not Helena. The whole ordeal has freaked him out. He hasn't told Helly the fact that he slept with her outie. She views it rightly as a violation and is just disgusted by the whole thing. They had a funeral for Irving. It was pretty touching. The very last thing that Irving said to everyone before he left was, "Hang in there," and there's a poster, "Hang in there," in the office. Dylan took note of it, and sure enough, there's a post-it note behind it, and it has the image of that door that Miss Casey was sent to. It has all the information that he was able to gather from O&D. It's the export something, I forget what it was called exactly. We saw at the very beginning of the episode, they didn't show us his face, but the person that comes to O&D that collects, you know, the stuff that they work on and takes it to that floor, it looked like he was bringing in surgical utensils, like scalpels and the things that you would use to clean teeth with. And again, we didn't get a look at his face. I heard his voice, and it sounded somewhat recognizable, but I couldn't quite place it. I don't know who it could be, but it's some actor that I've seen in the past. I'm sort of getting Kevin Spacey vibes, but that could be totally left field. Whoever the actor is, they were purposefully pushing down their voice almost to a whisper. The closest we got to an actual image of them was just the back of their head. We saw him standing in the elevator door, but the camera was so far zoomed out I couldn't get a look at, you know, who it was. White guy looked like he had glasses on, kind of graying hair, an older actor. That's why I said Spacey. Again, that could be wrong. That's just a guess. We got an update on the overall progress of Cold Mountain. At the very start of the episode, they talked about that they were 81% complete. Mark finished up another 4%. He was trying to just, you know, take his mind off all the shit that's happened, and he actually did some work. So they're now at 85% total completion. Still don't know what Cold Harbor is, what the numbers represent. I'm guessing season finale material, which we're inching towards. We saw how Helena reacted to the board meeting. I don't know if she's putting up a front or she really feels this way. She called all the innies nothing but a bunch of animals. It's understandable she's upset. She was almost drowned by Irving after all. But yeah, I think there's a part of her that's actually jealous of what Heliar has and kind of wants that for herself. There was a very small moment near the end of the episode. Mark had just finished his day and he was leaving the building, and there she was behind him, staring at him. So yeah, I think there's a little more going on there. Again, I don't trust Helena and think she's a repugnant character, but at the same time, there's a little more something going on there. So just something to keep in mind for the future. It was interesting seeing Irving again making some clandestine phone call. Don't really know who he's talking to. Unfortunately, it was interrupted. He saw Bert in his car and actually confronted him this time. He didn't see him the previous time. Apparently, they're going to have some like dinner date together because Bert put two and two together that he lost his job because his innie got into some romantic relationship with a coworker. All of a sudden, Irving is outside his door banging, screaming his name. So yeah, put two and two together there. I don't trust Bert, and I don't think Irving does completely either. He's just sort of curious at this. But yeah, there's a lot going on, and there's a ton in the air. Milchek had his performance review. Not well given all that has happened. It was interesting how he almost aired a grievance, then pulled back. Again, they gave him these portraits of Keir, but as a black man, and you could tell when he was given these, he was uncomfortable by it, and he sort of reached out to that PR person, I forget her name, I want to say Stephanie or something like that, and he was, hinting at it like, when you were given these, were you upset by any of this stuff? Did it invoke an emotion in you? I don't know. I think that character is just like fully gone, like true believer. Milchek acts like a true believer, but even he has, small doubts. And that picture thing just really bothered him. It is really racist as fuck if you think about it. But yeah, after his performance review, they went after him for some pretty stupid shit. The thing about the paper clips was just insane. But also some messed up stuff has happened under his watch. Again, the whole thing with Helena imposing herself on the group and the rest of the innies is really messed up and caused a lot of problems. I don't think Milchek necessarily deserves the blame for that, but he got it anyway. And yeah, really good episode. Honestly, I just want to get right to the next one. So as always, thanks for watching and peace.